guys, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and hope everybody's keeping well. Now, if your fishing season's already started, take lines. Unfortunately, my fishing season doesn't start until the 1st of March in Northern Ireland for the game fishing. So anyway, I'm going to tell you a wee mayfly pattern, one that I think is might like. So the hook in the vise is a Kamasan B175 in size 10. Probably ties down to size 14. The thread that I'm using is a uni thread 801 red. So I'm just going to come in, get my thread started behind the eye of the hook, and we're just going to work our thread down to the bend of the hook. And if you're new to fly tying, this is technically what is known as dressing the hook. I'm just going to work the thread down to there. Then you can come in and just nip away your waist tag of thread. Beg your pardon. Now the tag at the back, we use this lovely red. This is lure flash. Now I don't think lure flash is in business anymore. I have loads of lure flash materials. It was a great company to buy stuff off. I'm just going to take my holographic tinsel, just catch it in, and then I'm just going to work my thread around the bend a wee ways. Stay right there, and then work my thread back up nice and tight. Now you gotta protect the tag at this point, and this is just a wee drop of super glue at the back, because once the tray take this, like all wee teeth will just rip this to shreds. Now just simply work up your holographic tinsel over the glue. The glue's doing the work here for you. So seeing you get up to this point, 2 turns will hold this in position for you. Don't be taking turns and turns of thread if you're using super glue. Now that's our tagging. So the tail, you're just looking some cock pheasant fibre. Excuse me. And this is this has just been dyed a fiery brown or a dark brown. Now just take whatever you think you need. Don't be taking 3, take about maybe anywhere between 4 to 6 fibres. Just bring it out perpendicular to the stem, meaning 90 degrees, and just tear that away. Now the length of the mayfly tail, some people like to tie it short, others really long. It's up to you. I just usually put it up to the hook, take a measurement of the hook, roughly about twice the length, and then come in with a couple of nice tight turns to hold it in position. Now don't worry about it sitting up, because we're going to take her forward and back. Now the first rib, this is just a gold wire, and this is a UTC wire that I'm using, so a couple of turns to catch that in. Then you're looking a small Opal mirage tinsel, the length of it. But again, this is a UTC product. Catch that in, and then just simply work your thread forward at this point. Now you'll knock these up in no time. It just takes longer because I'm just trying to explain it, I suppose. Well, the best I can anyway. Now the body's going to be dubbed, so just come back there and open turns. You don't need to be too fussy at this point. Right, I'll just come back down onto the tail to get it to sit down a wee bit for us. Now the dubbing, this is what you call a Melvin gosling dubbing. It's a colour from the traditional Irish dubbing range, and it's a lovely bright yellow, and it's got flecks of red through it. So just remember, when you're putting your dubbing on, just always taking that the one direction, spinning it onto the thread. Then we're just going to bring our dubbing up. And once you get it anchored onto the hook, you can tighten as you go. Just bring it up to there. Now, there's 3 hackles on this fly at the front. Just should have said that, so just leave yourself plenty of room. Now our Opal mirage tinsel, we're going to wind this opposite way. Then cross over your thread over the Opal Mirage, a couple of turns onto the hook. Do this a couple of times, guys, just to secure it, and then I fold it back and tie it in. Then we can trim that away. Now, let's get that tail to sit down for me a wee bit. It's just sitting up with the tinsel. The body hackle. I'm just going to use a saddle hackle that was, just show you, a ginger, and I've dyed it a golden olive, and I've also just put a wee touch of picric acid into it. Right. And this is just to dull it down, and you'll see what I mean. So we're going to put on a couple of nice bright hackles at the front. Now we're just going to catch that in, fold the stem of our hackle back, break away the stem. Then we're going to palmer this. Now I always like to get 2 turns going. Now, I don't want to cover my Opal Mirage rib, so I want to take 3 to 4 turns down the body, keeping a hold of the tip of the hackle, don't let it go. Then just cross rib this. It's going to protect your Opal Mirage and your hackle. 4 turns of the gold wire, bring it up in front, follow that around with your thread. Now the gold wire from UTC is really strong, so it's better to bend and break away the wire. Then you can break away the tip of the hackle at the back. Then come in, stroke everything back, and just work your thread back up, tight against your body hackle. Now the next hackle, this is a saddle that I dyed Sunburst. Now I'm looking at one of the hackles at the bottom here. One of these, it's like a bit like a spade hackle, if you like, but look at the colour of that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Now we're just going to come in. I don't worry about removing the fluff at this point, so I don't, because I'm not going to use the hackle down that far. And I'm probably looking roughly about 2 turns of this. Just going to offer this up, come around with a turn. Now a turn's enough to hold it, but basically belts and braces, it's always best to flip this back when you've got the space and tie up over the top of the tip and the hackle. Then you can break away the tip. Then come in with your scissors, just get those hackle fibres to sit back, and then we'll take our turns of hackle. Now like I say, if you're going to tie this, I'm only going to put 2 turns of this on, but if you want it brighter, you could always put a 3rd turn on to the fly. It's going to do me there. I'm just going to follow this around, a couple of tight turns in. I'm just going to check, oh, it's too thick, so I'm just going to trim this away. Stroke everything back, and then work our thread back up. Now, just going to go back down to the eye, just to level this out and back up. And you can see the colour it's starting to take. It's really bright. The front hackle is going to be a fluorescent yellow French porterage. Now, I've got these off Blob and Buzzer, and you'll find Blob and Buzzer on social media. I think Andrew's on Instagram, Facebook, but I've bought loads of porterage feathers over the years, and I have to say these ones here, the quality's fantastic. Now, I don't usually plug people on my channel, but to be honest, Andrew's materials are great, and it always is an added bonus when he's a nice person. Now, just stripping away the stem at the bottom, then you're creating that Christmas tree type shape. Offer this up the hook, straight again, come round with a turn, fold the tip of the hackle back, and then work the thread back up over the tip and the hackle. Come in, you can locate the tip of the hackle, break that away. Now, depending on the length that you want this, you could have tied this in down here. That's up to you. These are for me, and I don't like the hackle overly long. So 2 turns of the French porterage is really going to be enough for me here. So I'm just going to try and get another one in. Right, that's plenty. So just force the hackle down into the thread. Come round with a couple of nice turns now. Just going to check. I think that stem's thin enough, so just going to strip away the fibre that's on the stem, because that'll just create bulk. I don't want that. Then I'm going to come in, just fold everything back. The thread's ready at the eye. Then I'm just building up my head here. Nice and tight with the thread turns, keeping my thread tight. Break away the stem of the hackle, and just come in and throw in a whip finish. Put the tan thread nice and tight, come in, trim away the tan thread. What I'll do here is just come in and open this up for you, just to let you see the wee pattern. That's it there, guys. That'll do well for me, I think, faced on the point. Right, what I'm going to do, just to seal the head up, this is just a wee drop of super glue. Now if you're going to use super glue, just remember always not to touch the hackle. It'll just ruin all your hard work. It just requires, just on this head, this size, just a small touch of glue. And there you go, guys. That's the wee mayfly pattern. Now it's a bright wee number, but I think it'll do the business. The other one that I will tie is, and I'll get round to it, is this one. This is basically based on the Mosley Dry with the pink hackle, and the hackle at the front of this has been just basically dip dyed in the picric acid. But I wanted to show you that. So anyway, guys, as always, thank you for taking the time to view the video. It is greatly appreciated. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. I just like to try and give something back, and well, I don't have that much skill in fly tying, but I always try and give back what I can. Just consider subscribing. Just helps the wee channel grow. Anyway, until the next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, look after your families, and tight lines.